Nobody, you've been hired to do a job. You'll be hired to do a job, and you have been given your 9 colleagues. So you make it happen. If it's too hot for you, then get out of the kitchen. There are no questions. I don't understand what questions are supposed to be. Why is Nkoma in my group? Why is Sammy in my group? What's the question about?
No, sir. Like the questions was they were asking about the last question we were answering was the deadline for submission.
Somebody was asking about the deadline and stuff.
There's timelines. There are timelines. That's part of what we're going to go into next. So next is I will tell expectations, then timeline. Nkoma, send me the timeline.
Okay, please. I'll send it.
Let me just do so I'm having, I think Zoom has an issue today because this is like the third meeting I'm having today and people are falling off and falling in. I think
okay. Yeah, because I'm worried. It wasn't, everybody was just
but my data on and I was going off and on, but fine. So people, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
We have expectations. Yes. So I need you guys to take note of all of this. I don't know if you're going to share this with you on the page.
I think we should.
Create a presentation. So after, there's going to be a pitch. You've all been divided into groups of 10. We are 108 people were qualified for this phase. Just drop your hand. I'm not asking any question. Drop your hands and save yourself distress.
Just go ahead. Yeah, I mean.
So 108 people were selected, and out of the 108, 11 groups were created. If you look at it critically, you see that we have 9 groups with 10 people and 2 groups with 9 people. If you add that, that's 90 plus 18, that gives you 108. So the first thing will be, how do we handle people who are 9 in their groups and they get selected? Because the idea is you have a period of time to work on a pitch. You pitch to the jury members on a particular day on Zoom. And out of the pitch from these 11 groups, 2 groups will be selected. Those 2 groups selection means that the remaining 9 groups have been disqualified. So those 2 groups that are selected will now go ahead to now shoot their films, get funded, shoot their films, then compete on the home video competition, and 1 group will now win the ultimate prize of ₦1 million. However, and what I'm about to share now are the pointers we're looking at in the pitch. This is one of the most important steps in the entire home video thing because you're going to be pitching. And while we're doing all of this, because we're trying to help you learn how film is done globally. So you have an idea, you have to pitch your idea to the studio in America or to the marketer in Africa or the EP in Lagos. So you're always having to pitch your ideas. Most of the films I've done, I've had to do slides to go to meet my executive producers or my investors or whoever they are. In fact, I went for a meeting just before this meeting, and I was pitching an idea of a story to an executive producer, and I had to go with my slides. So this is a normal thing. And the whole thing is, end of the day, it's either a handshake or a never call my number again, lose my number. Thank God today's one went well. The person send me the contract, let me sign tonight, and let's see how we can work this out next week. But sometimes they can say, I'm not interested, or they can say, oh, I didn't know it was that hectic. So we are also using all these processes to teach you how it is in reality. Some of you will be saying, if you want to give us money, let's do this and let us move on. That's not how it's done. Well, every step of the way in home video is a training. Did you get what I'm saying? So there are 108 people, 9 groups with 10 people, and 2 groups with 9 people, sorry. Now those 2 groups with 9 people, if that group eventually gets selected, and there are 9 people, what that would do for us, if any of the group is selected or both of them are selected, is it gives us the space to pick a wild card. Wild card in the sense of, is anybody that Masterclass. Hello?
Yeah, it was frozen for a bit, but we can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm back now, right?
Yeah.
So if it gives us space to pick one person who will call a wild card, who we've noticed in the masterclass or we've noticed in these meetings, because we're looking at your manner, some of you are picking or putting on your video, you're lying down on the bed, you're cooking, you have your grass strap showing, you're not well organized. So it gives me worry. You know, I'm supposed to be a boss here, but every time I have a meeting, I'm on my background, I'm in my bedroom, in my sitting room, well seated, trying to call you. And in case you don't know, you're being what? Some of you are in betting center, you're opening, picking the call, we're hearing the honking of the horn. You need us a meeting at 4 o'clock. So you should have prepared yourself for that. If I see the way you carry yourself, it tells me if you are worth my investment or not. So we will look out for people like that. Anybody that we as the jury members feel like the wild card, someone that we think, yes, you were in a group that wasn't selected, but you stand out, we can always refer you to be the 10th group member in that group. That's if a group of 9 is selected. But if there's no group of 9 selected, it means, you know, whatever it means. Now, in the pitch, it's better to do a pitch using a PowerPoint presentation or a Canva, something that creates a slide. Something that creates a slide. And these are the things we're looking out for in the slide. I'll mention them, then I'll explain them one after the other. The first pointer we are looking at in the slide is your story idea. The reason why we're here is for story. So no matter how colorful your slide is, let me just mention first after I explain, Chris. Story idea. The second is reference to other jobs. Reference to other jobs, what I mean, other films, other short films, other things, other jobs. First is story idea, second is reference to other jobs. Third is reference to what you were taught in the masterclass. Reference to the notes from the masterclass. The fourth is the choice of director. The choice of the director, then the director's treatment. So the fourth is the choice of the director, then now the person that was selected, treatment of the story you've said. Then the next is choice of producer. Then the next is the marketing strategy of the producer. Next is the team synergy. How are you able to use team synergy? I'm still mentioning. Next is the cast wish list. Underline wish under. So you're allowed to do, Chris, stop explaining, just be reading. Budget control. That's next again. Budget control, time management. Budget control, time management. Understanding of the competition's criteria. Understanding of the competition's criteria. Technical deliverables, technicalities, technical deliverables. Then deals and barters. Deals and barters. Deals and barters. So I'll explain. First is the story idea. So when we say story idea, we expect you to do a synopsis. We expect you to put a log line to your story, put a synopsis to a story. Synopsis, a one-page, easy-to-read summary. A one-page, easy-to-read summary. First is a one-liner. Your story must get into a one-liner. Remember my training. Your story must get into a one-line. Then 2 is a one-page summarized story. It should play out in paragraphs, but it has to be one page. Modupe wanted to get married. Modupe realized that she didn't have a womb. Now she has to tell her husband to be, and husband says he's not marrying anymore. End of story. You have to put all of that in a summarized one-pager. Then also your story idea, you should also do your character Bible. Character Bible, who are the main characters of the story, and what makes them stand out? What are the things about them? What do they do? Why do they do what they do? And how do they do what they do? Character Bible, keep it very basic. It's a presentation, keep it very basic. Pam, 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 pam. The presentation will not last more than 30 minutes per group. So you have to put a slide that you are able to read through in 30 minutes and still explain. Don't bring a slide that is 75 pages. By the time you're not even done reading, your 30 minutes is over. So, okay, this is not even being recorded. Is it being recorded?
Yeah, it's being recorded, yeah.
Okay. So some people are saying that they're just getting in. So I don't know whether I want to share this video on the page later on. I'll just share the audio. Okay, sure, thank you. So that's story idea. Story idea, log line, synopsis, and character Bible. Now, main character Bible. Don't share character Bible for everybody in the story. Let's share for the main people. Imagine we're about to do this story idea for King of Boys. You'll be talking about Laburu, what's this character? Tiger, the investigator, like the six main people, You just pick them out and do the character bible. That helps us understand. The people who you talked about in your synopsis, you have, if you mention the name in the synopsis, the person's character must be defined in the character bible. Now, this is a general idea for you. This is a general advice for you. Show more than you tell. So use pictures to depict. Use pictures, use things that will captivate, colors and shapes. Words should only come in when you know, because you are showing, you're trying to sell something. Don't go and write 55 paragraphs and be reading as the man was not coming out. Just make sure you hit bam, 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 bam. Use pictures, so if you have a character, like maybe you have a character of a blind serial killer. So you can put like a Stevie Wonder there and say he's going to look like Stevie Wonder, dreadlocks with sunshade, smart face, humble face, but he's a killer on the other side. So you can put that kind of picture there and say this is the kind of character that we're looking at for this person. His name is going to be called Sonny Lion. Sonny Lion will look like this, do this and be this and all of that. Next point, reference to other jobs. So when you are there's nothing new under the heavens. We've said this severally. So this film you're about to make, what films have you seen that is who's that? Can you mute yourself, please? Can be influencing your decision. I'll give an example. Which film have I done recently? When I did Rattlesnake had a few influences. I'll tell you. First is Living in Bondage has showed me that I could take a Nigerian content and remake it and make it more, give it more production value, more lifestyle, all of that. So Living in Bondage, one of my references. The second was Money Heist. If you're going to go on a heist, you need to have someone who's calculative and done. So there's a professor character, there's the Tokyo character, there's the, So Money Heist was my second. Third was I wanted it to be flashy. Money Heist is not very flashy. Money Heist is not very. It doesn't have a lot of lifestyle. So I wanted lifestyle. So I had to now borrow a leaf from Fast and Furious. So I went to Fast and Furious. So I had Living in Bondage, Money Heist, Fast and Furious, and Ocean 11. To establish the fact that everybody in the group had so I can share with you a document now that you will see that my film references were these 4 films. And as I'm talking to you now, if you've watched Rattlesnake, you can see what I'm saying in what you watched, true or false. Don't shake your head if you heard me. So I'm saying that kind of thing. So look at films that exist that you can see how you can. I'm not saying you can plagiarize and copy the film, but this will help you guide your processes. Next is reference to the masterclass. So the aim of this competition is not to show that you can make a film. It's to show that you can make a home video kind of film. So home video has what they are looking for. They're not looking for the best filmmakers in the world. They're looking for filmmakers who have seen the criteria, learned the structure, learned the ideas, and are able to apply and imbibe it into the process of filmmaking. So it's not just enough for you to have the most beautiful film in the world and say, but my film is most beautiful. No, but how is he able to capture the whole essence of our 2 days in Masterclass? How is he able to capture the whole essence of the banters and the back and forth on your WhatsApp group? How is he able to capture the whole essence of everything, all the meetings, the live video, all the things that happened from the day we launched this year's home video till now? So we want to see how you're able to take from that and apply it to the film. So I say again, this promotion is not for the best. It's not for the best filmmaker. For the best filmmaker within the criteria stated in homevideo.org. Next is director's choice. So yes, we have people who had put their skill set. Someone has written skill set director, doesn't mean the person is the director of the film. The fact that you're the director of the group doesn't make you an automatic director. You have to be able to show us why you selected Hamilton to be the director in your group. Why is it not Bunna? Why is it not Bujo? Why is it not Anderson? Why is it Hamilton? So you need to give us the reason. And that's because you're selling it to me. You're making a decision to pick a director on behalf of me, the investor. You need to make me know that Hamilton is the director. He's the chosen guy. Because don't forget, everybody on this level is not established yet. They're still trying to make their name established. So we can't begin to say, because he wrote director as his skill set, means it's his wish, his desire. It's not the 10 people's desire there. Are you getting what I'm saying? I said to you guys before, I started up as a writer. I even wrote for Home Video and I won, but today I'm a producer. Yes, I have some writing inclinations and writing capacity, but I am more of a producer than I am of a writer now because of life has made me that way. So why did you choose this director? Then that pitch he used to pitch to you guys, or that treatment, we want to see it done. How do you intend to achieve this film? How do you intend to achieve this film? So that will help us understand that it's not just someone talking. And I said again, don't write words, use pictures. Pictures, shapes, colors. Show me your color palette. Show me your film references. Show me your cinematographic references. Show me your characterization references. Show me that, okay, so we're trying to put a Mr. Bean in a Hertzman story. Then I can visualize. Imagine if Hertzman captured Mr. Bean. What would be the conversation that would go on? That is something for me to visualize. So you're able to put that for me in picture. So you put Funky Malam against Mr. Bean on a document. It creates a picture for me to see, and I'm like, wow, I want to see that. How are they going to be talking to each other? Who will understand whose language? So show more than tell. The next is the producer's choice. The fact that somebody has production on their name, the person might just be a production manager or a production coordinator. Doesn't necessarily mean the person should be the producer. Producer should be the person who is able to creatively lead the pack, creatively own the film, and creatively. Today, I got an email, I got an IG message, a DM on IG from the past winner of Home Vida. She has sent me a poster of a short film festival that she wants to submit the film from last year. And I said, go ahead. But while I felt very proud. She's done this film last year, but she's still leading the team. She's still looking for places to submit the film. She submitted 1 or 2 before. Sammy is here to confirm. And she's still doing. And I took what she sent to me and I forwarded to the group that came second. I said, please, you guys also apply. But that is a leader. The competition is done. She's won the 1 million naira. They've moved on. But because of that's who she is, she keeps the process going. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, I see. I'm not talking about her now because I met her only once in Home Vida, the day she won the award that we gave them the check. That's the only time I've met her. Not Kuchi. I'm purposely not calling names, so don't need to give me names. You know, so I'm just saying that it's a leadership thing. So who among you is going to be the leader of this pack of 10 or pack of 9? Then what is this person's marketing strategy? The winner of Home Vida is not the most creative film. Crossline and Pandemic are 2 beautifully made films. So, but Crossline won the money because they got more views on YouTube. They didn't win the money because they are a better film than Pandemic. Those are the 2 films we made last year. They won because they had more. And if you notice that last year, in the morning, Pandemic is leading, in the night, Crossline is leading. The morning, Pandemic is leading, in the night. They were both, it was a competition to the last hour, to the last minute. That for me is a healthy competition. So we have to even create a second consolation prize for the second group because they worked so hard. So what is your strategy? How do you intend to get, last year we got 20,000 views on each video. Can you get 100,000 views? Can you get 200,000 views? What is the idea? What do you intend to do? How do you intend to give us a quality film in the budget that we have and achieve the 200,000 views? That is the kind of person that should be your producer. Don't give him producer because the person say, I've worked with Mr. Chris before. That doesn't make the person a producer. You can be testy by the riverside. You can actually even burn to ashes beside the river. If you don't apply the water to your life, it won't help you. So don't do all of that. The person might have 25 years in the industry. The person should pitch to the team why you should be the one. You guys should banter. Don't be slaves. Don't be yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Argue till you get that person, because that person is going to represent you. Do you understand me? Team synergy. So when you even come on the page, we want to see how you guys are relating with each other. How you're able to pick up a word from your partner and say stuff. I know you guys have just met maybe for the past 1 week or 2 weeks. As some of you now, maybe your enemy was also selected in your group. You know, now you have to now be your enemy's friend for the next 2 months. My brother, when you have common vision, common interests, you become friends, at least for the meantime. After Home Vida 2021, you can divorce. But you know how they do those, their love, what's that show called? Love something. One love show on African Magic. That you're supposed to get married after 6 months of proposal and you win the house. You now hear that they went and broke up. I said, how you break up? Can't you enjoy each other for 6 months and just get this money? Then break up after the money. How bad is bad? So endure yourselves. Endure yourselves. work together. I want to see how you complement each other. Not you thinking that you're the smartest of the team, so it's all you have to say. If I realize out of the 10, only you have a mind and a say. There's a group last year, they had a leader who was very vocal. When they came to pitch, only the leader was just talking bang, 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 bang. No other person had anything to say. And Ambassador Muchi asking, who else has something to say in this group apart from this woman? No other person. It takes a village to make a film. It takes a village to make a film. So everybody needs to put their hands on deck. One person go bring spoon, one person go bring gari, one person bring sugar, one person bring kuli kuli, one person bring bowl. So it is so gari. You understand me? So don't go all out alone. It doesn't, you're not going to impress us. This is me talking on behalf of the jury members, and I think I can even talk on behalf of Home Vida because I've been here for a while. So we want to see your team synergy. We want to see your cast wish list. At this point, you can put there's a Washington and Genevieve in your film. Nobody's going to quarrel. It's not execution yet, it's pitch. So tell us your dream. Maybe your cousin is married to Denzel's auntie. So you can always call him to come and act for free. So put it, say I want a movie where Pierce Brosnan and Olu Jacobs will be detectives. Fine. At this point, we'll allow it. After you have finished pitching, we'll now wake up and now do the real thing. So cast, the reason for this is that I want to see the kind of actor you are hoping to cast. We're not saying that you must cast this person, so it's a wish list. So that means you're looking for somebody who can give you the Denzel vibe, the Viola Davis vibe. So I understand where you're going to. So that will even help us say to you, okay, maybe you can try Mosumala, maybe you can try Deji or something like that. Then let me also say this in casting. Yes, there are actors in your group, but that does not necessarily mean that the lead role of the film should be the actors in your group. The actors can be day players, the actors. So let me explain something to you guys. You guys didn't come here to do what you normally do. You came here to learn how to make film the right way. So you might have signed in as an actor as your special skill set. That doesn't mean that you must be the lead role in the film when it's written. Am I making any sense? You have to clear that. So the person can be the barman, the person can be the Uber driver, the person might not even act in the film, the person can even be the second AD, helping your actors rehearse their lines. The person might not even be helpful in the script workshop to make sure that what is written is actor compliant. You know how you write sometimes in the air and actors don't understand. So nobody is tied to what their skill sets are. If the person is not giving you the value that you expect from the person, you guys should vote. That's why you're 10 of you. Vote. And the jury members are not just jury members, they're also supervising producers. So when a thing goes beyond your producer's head, call us into the group and say, please come and help us look at this woman. She said she must play the husband and she's a woman. So we're now going to ask her if everything is okay. So budget control. You're going to be given a particular amount to shoot this film. It might be 100,000, it might be 1 million, it might be 2 million, it might be 10 million. There will be an actual amount to shoot this film. For the sake of this pitch, you're going to keep your budget at ₦1 million maximum. We need to see that you are budget conscious. Now, I know some of you don't take ₦1 million and say divided by 4. So 2 for camera, 2 for. You see, if you are spending from the total to the item, then I know you are fraudulent. The items have to add up to the total. One of the groups last year had a 25,000 change or something. I'm not sure if I remember. It's a Samuchi, if you can remember. One of the groups didn't finish their money. They had 25,000 change. So you mustn't finish your money. And you also remember that you need money for marketing. So it's not all about the shoot. You might shoot the best film in the world. I don't have money for marketing. Some of them went to radio last year. They went to radio. They went online. They did a lot of promotion from their money. And they still casted actors that we know. Paul Lutomi, Elma, Baj Adebule, Onyinye, that was now in this recent Johnny Drill's video that came out last week, and all of that. So having said that, time management, I want to see how you're able to schedule, with things and all of that. I want to see your entire production schedule. What's your plan? How you intend to achieve things? Remember, we're all project managers here. to be able to achieve this mighty task. So I see your timeline and you are shooting on Monday and you're delivering final draft, final cut of the edit on Wednesday to home video. I know you're lying. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't shoot on Monday and deliver on Wednesday. How long will it take you to edit the video? And please, we are not stupid. We're not stupid. I make films every day of my life. I make films every day of my life. My bedroom, I have like 7 or 8 unread scripts in my room. See, I sleep on scripts every day of my life. Don't send me a proposal that doesn't make sense. Don't send Samuchi a proposal that doesn't make sense. Don't send Ive and Omaomi and Ifi. We make films. So before you send that, you look at it and ask yourself a question. Is this thing believable? The moment we see any inkling that you are just about the winning of the 1 million naira, you're out this page. You're out of this group. The 108 of you were selected because we see you guys as serious-minded people. We believe that we're investing. We don't see how much we trained you guys. We didn't hold anything back. We didn't hold anything. Point to me one other place where you can get the kind of training you got in 2 days here. Tell me one other place for free. Tell me one place. It's not existing. Some of you have gone on my DMs and you're singing praises. Thank you for singing the praises on my DM, but we want to see your praises in how you now value what you've been taught. So don't treat us like dummies. Make sure your pitch shows that you want to just make a good film. Don't make us feel like you want to just come and make money. You're looking for how to save change. You cannot ask people from last year. You cannot steal money not under our watch. We will find you. We will see the loopholes. I pity the line producers on these 2 films. The line producer, find Kuchi and Ella from last year. They will tell you the story. I will be in your skin for every kobo. Every kobo, I'll be in your skin. Ask Mazi Samuche to tell you my story. Understand the competition. Home Vida is also supposed to speak to something. There was a criteria at the beginning of this year. Please, Mr. Sam, confirm with me. It's, what are the criteria for this year again? Is it governance? No. Huh?
Accountability for change.
Accountability for change. So don't go and tell me a story about the guy who loved the girl. Why they're loving the girl? Are they accountable for change? So don't forget that there's a team to this. So don't go and pick one of your old short film scripts that is not short and dust it and come and give it to us. Whatever you're shooting must apply to this team. So stick with the home video criteria.
The criteria is still on the website, so they can just go there and see it. The way it's broken down, everything is detailed there.
Go in and read. There's even a write-up about it. If you click, you see the write-up. There's a write-up about it, you can tell. We're not limiting your creativity. You can write about anything. But it has to tie in to the accountability. And this topic is very nice because it's very open. So it can be changed in your campus, lecturers that are molesting girls for grade. It can be changed, just holding people accountable in leadership positions so that they're able to now create the change that they promised before they went in. So it can be presidency, it can even be your local government, your estate manager. It could even be the group leader of your own video group. You write a story about the person. So, but make sure that you keep to the team. Technical deliverables. You want to know the kind of camera you want to shoot with. You want to know your tech spec. What kind of delivery are you giving to us? Are you giving us a 4K delivery? Are you giving us a Ultra HD? Are you giving us 1080? Are you giving us SD? And what kind of camera do you want to shoot with? What kind of lighting? What kind of whatever? We know all of these things. So share with us what your idea is. So that way you have to discuss with your cinematographer and your editor so they can explain all of that. What codecs, what software, all of those things. We want to know all of that. What software are you writing on? What software are you editing on? What software are you wrangling your data on? All of that. Are you using plural eyes? Be detailed. Share everything. Let's be sure that your spec meets our expectations. Then also, we want to see how you are able to give more value to home video. I will explain what this means. So some of you want to just spend the money that will be given as production funds, but you might be able to access some deals. Maybe your uncle owns a hotel in the area you're shooting and is able to give us 4 or 5 free rooms for the actors to stay. So that saves money from the shoot. That for me is an added advantage. So you're able to say, okay, we have some deals here and there. I have a relationship with Dana Air. They can fly 1 or 2 people down from Abuja to Lagos for the shoot. Or somebody says, my mom runs a restaurant. She can be able to give us some food for the crew for that day. So we can take that off our budget and spend that money to get a bigger camera. We don't want you to give the money back to us. We want to see how you're able to make more with the little that you're giving. So that for me is that if I see a group that's able to take ₦1 million and make a ₦5 million worth of film, that group is more valuable to me than a film that's able to, a group that's able to make ₦800,000 film out of 1 million and save 200,000. I want to see a more valuable, richer film. Let people watch your film and say, "You shot this film for 1 million. Are you sure?" I lie. That is the pass mark for someone like me. You know, I'm using me because I'm talking production. And that's pretty much it. So I feel like this one I've just said now, I have some questions, but I don't trust you guys with questions. You guys will ask questions till tomorrow. So I've just read the round.
Let's just give you the opportunity to ask.
I've not even said, Piam. I've not even said they should ask questions. See the hand.
It's okay. Just hang on. Oluwafemi, let's hear you. Oluwafemi, you have the mic.
I think you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, I have, sir. I just did that. Okay, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Good afternoon, Femi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. Okay, so it's a pleasure, and I really want to thank you for everything, the classes, the lectures, and of course, all the tutorials. Okay, so quickly, my question is, how many minutes is this film, how many minutes is the film supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a short film, or it's supposed to be a feature length?
Nice question. It's a short film. And you know, by standard, short films are spanned from 1 minute to 59 minutes. So anything more than 1 minute and less than 60 minutes. But averagely, for the past 12 years, 11 years, we spanned between 15 and 25.
Yes.
It's always around that averagely. Mm-hmm. So you want to keep it around. It's not too long and boring, and it's not too short. You know, so you're able to have some production value. Does that answer your question, Femi?
Okay, yes, very well.
Right.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Sanusi, you have the mic. Okay, I guess he's having network issue. So, Larry, if you can hear me. Okay, I guess
you can type your question, it may be or something.
Yeah, the only two, so no more hands.
Someone said they vex. I'm not to save your time. I don't want us to start cracking jokes and spend too much time. So cool. So we all got it right. Okay, someone is up. What's her name?
Okay, peace. Yeah, you have the mic.
Okay. So can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me, sir?
We can hear
yes,
you.
I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm grateful. So, sir, my question is this. How long do we have to execute this? The pitch, the script, and everything. How long do we have, sir?
Okay, that's taking us to the next discussion, which is the timeline. So maybe I should just run that quickly. So we've done the sending of emails, disqualified participant, qualified ones, congratulations, grouping. We've done that on Wednesday, Zoom meeting on Thursday. Today is Thursday, we're doing Zoom meeting. Awesome. So each group is supposed to create their own WhatsApp group, which will be we'll still have all the supervisors in those groups. You're not allowed to create a group without the supervisors. Any group that you join that doesn't have the supervisors inside is illegal. Is that okay? So make sure that you see if you must have Sami, Mr. Sam Umejaku, you must have Nkoma, you must have Mr. Mazi Samuche, and Chris Ode. If it doesn't have these 4 people at least, they know that you're in an informal group. They're doing Yahoo there. So we'll create the groups by Friday so you can start conversations. Then we are going to have a pitch on September 29th, Wednesday. So by next week, Wednesday, that's 6 days from today, we are having the first batch pitch. Wait, I think there's something wrong here. It's supposed to be Thursday and Friday, not Wednesday and Thursday, not Wednesday and Friday. supposed to be Thursday and Friday. So it's, oh wow, Thursday's my birthday.
That was fine.
Well, fine, it's work. So we have the pitch on Thursday and Friday. Oh, thanks, Nkoma, for doing that. But it's even, I like the fact because Friday is a public holiday, so we can have more time. So Thursday 30th and Friday 1st. So batch A and batch B, you don't know which group batch your group will fall into. You only know the batch on the night of Wednesday. So I advise everybody should be ready by Wednesday for their pitch. We're going to do random sampling, like pick and say these are the groups that will pitch on Wednesday. And don't think that you can ask another group how their pitch went to know how your own pitch will go. It will be mutually exclusive, different and very, very different. Depends on how you come at us. So there will be a pitch on. So on that pitch now we have all of those things I mentioned in a PowerPoint, straight to the point, able to hit in 30 minutes. So we have from now till Wednesday night, we have our pitch ready. So Thursday and Friday, we now present the pitch to the jury members. I want to get that hits the point. So Saturday, Sunday, the jury members will now process all the pitches. So you're going to pitch and submit your pitch. You're going to read out your pitch, present your pitch to us. Then you're going to send us a copy of the pitch. So the jury members will walk through the weekend, go through it and see. Then by Monday evening, 5th of October, we're going to have an IG live. We're going to invite everybody, even the people that were disqualified that are wishing you bad. We're going to invite them to come and laugh. We're going to declare the 2 winning groups on IG live on Monday, the 5th of October. So to answer the question again, you have from tonight till Wednesday night to prepare this amazing movie pitch deck. Some of you are asking for a sample pitch deck. It's going to be tricky because it's going to be company's private property, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm wondering how, I don't mind sharing, but I'm wondering how I will share a pitch deck without sharing information about the company. Do you get what I'm saying? It's tricky. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be very, very tricky. And if you download online, I think what I've said already tells you what should be in the pitch deck. I don't know what else you want. You know, I've stated clearly everything that should be there. Make it, own it, make it your own kind of thing. And we're not after the kind of words you say. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. I can hear you clearly.
Oh, great. So I think you guys should stick with what we share because I don't think I'm comfortable. I don't know, maybe someone else might want to. I'm not comfortable with sharing business proposals. There are NDAs attached to it. Sharing it with 100 people is a bit too much. I'm sorry, but again, I said in your groups, if you have, we're going to be in your groups. So if you have questions, assistance that do not give you advantage over the next group, we're ready to render. I repeat again, assistance that will not give you an edge over the next group, we're ready to render. Because we have to be fair across board. I think that's pretty much all the questions. Then Larry sent his own question. I can't see down Larry again. How this open question? Why you sent it as a direct message? I can't find it.
Okay.
Look, I found it. Wanted to ask when we'll be required to send the pitch. Okay, I've answered that. So, Mr. Sami, I've answered it.
Okay, would that be all? I think we're good, right?
I guess so.
Any questions?
Mazi Samuchi has something. Mazi Samuchi, you have anything you want to say?
Okay, well, this is just to first and foremost appreciate you, Mr. Chris Ode, for 360.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
For dropping the coals hot as it is. The coal they burn. Anyway, may I announce to the applicant that this is actually the home bidder session. Everything that happened before now were preliminaries, all right? So this is it. This is the competition. What you had earlier was the training, but this is really where the competition starts, because the best pitch wins. I mean, that's what I was saying, to one of us, that look, if you have birthday gifts that are available, my brother collect, because that's absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing to do with the people, because it's not a unilateral decision. In fact, the days we used to do physical meetings, this was where it used to be hot. Because the jury will now face their own session of selection. So guys, the template is set already. So it just, and just like Chris said, it's owning it. So there's no way we're going to give you a sample and everybody will now look like the sample. That's what I think Chris is also running out from. But by the time you set the sample, everybody will follow that structure. No, but that's not it. What the template giving is to let you know that, look, whatever you're selecting, whatever your story you're working on, you're treating, these items has to be present in it. So if you decide to put yours before 2 before 5 or 5 before 8, it's just the way you want to own it. And again, my appeal, let your presenter be the best of your team for safety. Mm-hmm. Because there just may not be an opportunity to say, can another person repeat? There just may not be an opportunity for that. So use this few days that you have, bond into yourself, get to find out your strengths, your weaknesses. Just like Chris also mentioned, he said, get a partner based on your weaknesses. So find out whose strength is. Some people can talk, but they can't walk. So let them function if they have to do the talking. Some people that can walk and that cannot talk, let them do whatever it is the team that wins. It's not the individual that wins. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They say if you want to go far, go with a team, go in groups. So I feel that, you can imagine a group of 10 and only one wins. The one has to be super, excelling than the others. And that's what we're here for, really, to make sure that with the resources that we have, with the skill set that we've been able to assemble, using location as proximity, we just must come out with the best of it. So, guys, all the best as you put your arts together, put your strengths together. All the best, following instructions. Let me repeat that part again. All the best, following instructions. All the best, following guidelines. And see you at the pitching sessions. Congratulations in advance. Thank you very much.
All right, so there are still more questions.
Yes.
There are still more questions. Let me just quickly attend to them. Please, for the sake of those who left due to bad network. So everything that was said today, I hear that we was recorded. Yeah, so the audio version of it will be shared.
Yeah, so it will be on Homevilla YouTube channel. It will be on Homevilla YouTube channel before today runs out. So,
great.
Yeah.
It will be on Homevilla YouTube channel, so go pick it up. And subscribe while you're watching it.
Yeah.
A script has to be ready before the pitch. No, you need a story idea for the pitch. After the pitch has been selected, only the pitches that were selected should be developed into script. For sake of waste of IP and all of that, don't develop your script till the pitch has been selected. Are we together?
Yeah.
So also, just to mention for IP reasons, please note this fact that every creative thing that is done on this competition and on this platform belongs to Homevilla.
Yeah.
If you have any idea you're not ready to make available to Homevilla, you think it's your next big thing, I advise you, keep it to yourself, don't share. Whatever you share on this platform goes public and becomes the property of the competition, and by standards, the property of Homevilla. If you have an idea of how a dead man rose from the dead story, and you don't want to share with anybody, you don't want to own it till you die, please don't share on the platform. We are not guaranteeing any non-disclosure. But whatever you share becomes part of the competition and eventually becomes part of the owners of the competition. I hope that is clear enough. Are we allowed to hold physical meetings? This is more than my pay slip. Mr. Sami, they allowed to have physical meetings in COVID?
Well, it depends. So long as because we also do want to abide by the regulations of our partners as well. So long as they're going to maintain social distancing, and because you don't know where the pictures are going to go or are going to go. So our partner shouldn't see it and be like, okay, so we're not complying with the rules and regulation of the NCDC. So please, if you're going to hold physical meeting, yes, but you have to make sure that all the regulations by the NCDC concerning the holding physical meeting. We just had one today as an organization, but we make sure that everybody coming there, you have to have all your basic hand sanitizer, face mask, everybody, and all that. So if you're going to abide by that, definitely, yeah, you're allowed to hold physical meetings.
Thank you, boss. Can we have a director that is not a member of our group, like a popular director? So we can have a director that's not a member of your group. As far as
Why are you like this now?
It's okay, I've muted.
Okay, you can have a director that is not a member of your group, but you cannot have a director that is a member of another group in this competition. How I mean is, so I'm in group 2, then we pick a director from group 3. It's not possible. You either pick a director from your group or somebody that is not in the entire competition. It can be popular, it can be unpopular. It doesn't really matter. You can pick a director that is not there. As far as people can afford the person and there's a deal and all of that. And everybody in the group concedes to that or agrees to that. But you don't have to use the director from your group. But I will advise again that we looked at team synergy. So we want to see how everybody in your group is involved in this filmmaking process. Now our questions are more in writing now. So how do we handle lazy members or non-contributing members? There may be people like that who might cost the team the competition. This is a very, very important question. I think I need Mazi Samuche to answer this question because he handled it last year. Mazi Samuche.
I think he's on the road and
he's having road rage.
Sorry, Mr. Sam, novice. It's safer that we're on the road, though, my brother.
All right. So the question is, did you hear the question?
Yes, I heard it. Okay, let me even address the first one, which is if they can have physical meetings. You talked about the COVID protocols, very important. But I think I need to also hammer this. Your physical meetings before budget is released is at no cost. So, in fact, even after the budget has been released, it's at no cost to home video. This is very important, so that we don't hear tomorrow now that there was a particular meeting and there was hosting and they will not get receipts for it. Please, whatever you are meeting online, offline, on-site, virtual, whatever, it is no.
Hello?
Why is Nkoma yanking me off like this?
no.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
You're back.
Okay, great. All right, so I hope that is taken because of issue, because we've had issues about people and proximities, which is one of the things we have also improved on this year, looking at proximities, for grouping. This part of having members that are committed. The truth, really, let's be very factual. You can't have equal commitment across board. And that's why you need a leader amongst you. The last 2 line producers were fantastic leaders. In fact, I remember at one of the production, there's this particular guy that didn't do anything. He just came to cheer them up and he was a part of the group. But it was fine because he was on ground. And they even preferred him to the other lady who didn't have the capacity to do what they wanted him to do. So it's about how the leader can manage everyone. And that's why you have to give credit to everyone who's participated in your group. Oh, this person, and in fact, the group members have to be assigned roles. This person is this, that person is that, as both crew and cast. This is how you're able to also manage those who are not going to be functional. So for example, you say, okay, you handle BTS still, you handle BTS video or visual. With that, it is spelled out. So once you as a leader, you begin to work on them, and then you find out that you're not getting the exact reaction you're getting from pre-production, you quickly raise an alarm as a leader, and then you can always quickly swap or engage someone who can be paid for it so that the person is much more committed to it. You get it? But either way, by God's grace, as supervising producers, we will be in the know of all of this because we keep asking, what's happening to this person? What's happening? Usually this happens towards the last 2 groups anyway. We'll get to find out what happened, and then we'll get updates on everybody so that whatever happens, there's a collective agreement on everybody's assignment. So be rest assured that nobody will want to be yanked off. And again, we're considering giving certificates, specifically to the winners. So if you really didn't contribute to it, and more than half of the group also agrees that you didn't contribute to it, you won't get that special certificate that confirms you as part of the winning team. So I think that's a caveat that we can put through. I'm sure Mr. Sam can also, highlight on that too. Thank you.
Yeah. However, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. I can hear you.
Yeah. However, if there's also a strong indication that a team member is actually just gone AWOL, the jury members have the right to just so you get it clear. If there's a strong indication that the team member is not playing their role, and other team members are playing heavily, then the jury members will not have to remove the person from the group. So you don't just sit down and people are doing your work for you.
I remember last year we had a conversation once, and there was something about, and if half of the group, more than 5 people out of the 10, are able to say in a vote that this person needs to go,
yes,
you might just listen.
Yes,
just listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so once there's a strong decision from the group members to say this person is not doing what they're supposed to do, then the person is going. All
right. There are more questions here. I don't know why the questions that became so. Please, can we get the screenshot of the group in there? We'll share the group. Told you we'll share the group.
Yeah, we'll share the documents. We'll share the documents on the group.
Yeah, so how do we do a production breakdown without a script? You mentioned it will be included in the pitch. I never mentioned that production breakdown is part of it. I said production schedule. I did say breakdown. Breakdown, you have to need a script to break down. We don't need a script for this pitch. You need a story. And you can now plan your schedule. How many days, your production schedule, not your shoot schedule, production entirely. How many days are you giving to shoot? Are you shooting in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days? How many days for your post-production? How many days for your marketing? How many days to deliver the final cut of your script, of your film to home video? How many days you need for writing the script? How many days you need for editing the script? All of those things. So that's what I'm talking about, the production schedule in entirety, not the shoot schedule. Yeah. Those shoot schedule might need the script to go in. So we stick to story, no script. We're only doing 2 scripts, and those will be the 2 pitches that we go with. Please, what day are we going to be placed into various groups? The network was faulty. Friday on the timeline. Yes, we maintain. I think it has to do with imagination, just like if we
no,
have
she was responding to a question the lady that was asking about production channel. Okay. That was her. She was responding to her.
Okay, if we have huge cast lists and our group members are not enough, can't we get actors from other groups? So you're not allowed to take, you're competing against a group. You can't take a group to compete against. How do you want to do it now? Just think about football. Think about Champions League. Barcelona now say they don't have player to play. They're not going to take player for Real Madrid. Come and play for them.
I don't know, Chris.
If your group is not enough to give you the actors, you go out. There are people out there who want to act. Do an audition or hire a friend or hire someone you know, known or unknown, whatever. Talk to a scout, an extra scout or something that will help you scout for day players. I don't think you need to take someone from another group into your group in a competition.
Okay, can you hear me? Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. So if after they select, I don't know if the question is maybe after 2 have been selected and maybe these 2 groups now if they can take from these other ones that were not selected, but they were part of this.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
You know, but not during this speech.
But
no, during this speech, no.
First off is that the person cannot be playing a lead role because your roles, your casting should have been done before you want.
Yes.
The director would have been selected, your producer would have been selected. So you can't go and pick a producer from that group and not fire a producer because the person lost. You know what I'm saying? But it's to fit in, why not? But the person doesn't come in as a competition anymore. Person now is being hired like every other person is being hired.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
so that
final stage, yes, you can take from the other group if you see any strong candidate.
All right.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Any other question? Okay. So once the recording converts, because I mean it takes a while. Once it's done converting, I will put it on the home video channel, and I will share the link on the general group. So then Connor will also share the grouping on the WhatsApp group as well. So please adhere to the instruction. Every group must have, you know, all these 4 members. You can add other people, you know, as you deem fit, but make sure that everybody is present so that we also oversee what you guys are doing. If there's any problem, just raise the alarm there. The main group will still be there. The main general group will still be there for any information that we want to pass to everybody at once, so that we don't go and just paste in everything, you know, in different groups. So the main group will still be there, but we now have different groups. Okay. Boss, any other
I think we're good. 1 hour, 30 minutes gone.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. All the best. Now the work begins. This is where home video competition starts. All the best, guys. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'm going to end this.
Thank you, sir.